Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the John Thomas Hill Show. I am the aforementioned John Thomas Hill, and I got jabbed the other day, 2 days ago, in fact. And I have gotten the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which means I only need the one shot, whereas the other two, the Pfizer and Moderna ones, you have to take 2 shots. But luckily for me, I went to the local pharmacy called the Medicine Box, and they had the Johnson & Johnson one, and I was able to get my vaccine and walked out without having to worry about coming back for a second shot. Now, obviously, you're worried about side effects. I'm worried about side effects. And just a few days before I got jabbed, there was someone who was helicoptered away from a local, I think it was an older lady that had a bad reaction to the vaccine. I'm not sure how much older she was than I was, because I turned 50 this year. So she had a bad reaction, was sent to a local hospital, and we're not sure. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about how she's doing. So there's always risk, but my opinion is, if we're going to beat this thing, we better take some risk, because if we don't, this is going to hang over our heads for a very long time to come. And what worries me about all of this is the fact that you have people who are flush with conspiracy theories about the vaccine that's supposed to really alter your DNA, and it's going to inject an RFID chip in all of this. First of all, anytime you take any kind of medication, you're maybe not altering your DNA, but you're actually supposed to be altering your health to make you better. That means there's always a risk of side effects, no matter what medication you take. Some people can't take cough medicine because it's got alcohol in it, and they can't take alcohol because of whatever they had. You know, people have weird side effects to things that most people would not normally be bothered by, and there's always that risk. And this whole RFID chip thing, okay? First of all, have you seen the needles they put these things in? Okay, if that RFID chip is in you, how is it going to be powered? How is it going to, are they going to set up things where a local Walmart says, hey, this person visited this local Walmart? Well, do you carry around a smartphone? Guess what? They don't need an RFID chip if they really want to track you bad enough, because you carry one of these everywhere you go nowadays. If you don't want them to track you, don't carry a phone around. But you got to carry a phone around these days, and besides, the vast majority of people, it ain't exactly like you go into places that are going to make people wonder, I go to home, I go to work, I go to the store, I go to a few fast food places. I ain't exactly someone that's going to inspire the government to go, this guy's a real danger to society. We need to keep track of him, because if they're the only way they would do that is if they're worried about, hey, this guy's in a bad shape. We need to make sure he don't go to. We need to discourage him from going to fast food places, which is like, good luck with that. It's like this. Ever since this thing started, and I was worried this was going to happen, I knew it was going to happen, that people were going to go apeshit over this. They were going to go crazy. They were going to put all these conspiracy theories, and nations like China and Russia were going to exploit it, going, because China doesn't like to admit that they fucked this thing up. Pardon my French. They did. And they don't want to have... They're like, well, it's not really our fault. Well, when you handle it so badly, it is. They didn't want to admit that this thing was out of control more than it was, and in a situation that could have been easily contained, they didn't want it to be contained. So therefore, we have where we're at now. But soft. Let's move on to happier things, meaning what kind of side effects have I experienced from the Johnson & Johnson vaccine? Well, initially I got a little nauseous, but nothing I didn't throw up or anything like that. I just felt a little nauseous, but that passed. As a matter of fact, passed as soon as I got something in my stomach. I felt a little warm, although I don't think I ever really had a fever. The last 2 days I felt very tired and very fatigued, like I've got a case of jet lag. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, I feel like I've got jet lag. I've had trouble sleeping the last 2 nights because I've been just so tired the last 2 nights. So, but other than that, I had some body aches. My shoulders are aching right now a little bit. Last night I ached a little bit. Not too dramatic. It's just, it was uncomfortable. It just was like, oh, great. I felt achy, but not as achy when I have a cold or anything like that. Like I feel achy in my legs a little bit. I feel achy in my arms a little bit. Nothing that I would consider to be outrageously out there, So, for those of you who are in doubt about taking the vaccine, trust me, your chances are good that you're going to be okay, that any side effects you get will be minimal at worst, and just to talk to your doctor. Maybe take a vacation day from work and tell the person you're working for, hey, I'm going to get my vaccine. And just to make sure I'm okay, I'm going to take the next day or 2 off to make sure that I don't have any bad side effects, or if I do have some side effects, I can deal with them without having to come to work. I will say this, though. If I had taken it and then went on to work, I probably would be in a bit of trouble because the old job I had was involved machines, and I would want to be sure I was clear-headed, and I don't feel like I would be safe enough given that I feel fatigued and a little groggy and all this. Not anything that would... And by the way, when I went to work today, somebody drove me to work, by the way. I feel like I'm a little jet lagged. That's the best way I could put it, jet lagged. And I feel a little weird taste in my mouth from time to time, but nothing that I would consider to be way out of the ordinary. So if this keeps going on for the next few days, then I'll worry. But my concern is just, making sure that I am, keeping an eye on how things are going. But I was checked today going into work. I didn't have a fever or anything like that, so I'm good to go. I just feel really, 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 really tired. And when I get off today from work, go home, I'm going to feel really, 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 really tired. And I'm probably going to go to bed early. I'm probably going to sleep or try to sleep real late. So there is definitely that. But I just wanted to come on here to talk about this because there's a lot of misinformation going out there. Is it 100% safe for everybody? No, nothing is. Flintstones vitamins is not 100% safe. There's somebody out there who, if they take Flintstones vitamins, are going to get sick. Why? Because somebody's got an allergy that nobody knows about. So there is always that risk. But if you're asking me if for the vast majority of people out there, I would say it's safe. Now, if you have your doubts, there are resources you can turn to. There's a .gov website. I don't know right offhand. I had it at home. If I were doing this from home, I had it in my hand. But you can look for it up for yourself, or talk to your doctor. That's the easiest way to do it. Talk to your doctor and see which vaccine is right for you. And if if you want my advice, maybe use a couple of vacation days at work. Tell your boss you're going to get the vaccine. You're not sure about the side effects, but just to be safe, you're going to take a couple of days off. And to make sure everything's okay. And I'm sure they'll understand. Most of them should. There's always a few jerks out there who are so have to have everybody there because how dare somebody call out for doing something to protect the good of everybody. But you still need to wear your mask. You still need a social distance, and I'm wearing my mask. Although I'm alone right now, and I am not around anybody, so I don't have my mask on. I'm in a building by myself, so I don't have to worry about having a mask on. If somebody were in here, or I was going to have to deal with somebody, I'd have my mask on. But why wear a mask when you're by yourself? And I do all the precautions. I social distance and sanitize and blah 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 blah. I'm going to keep doing that until we get the all clear. I am hopeful that by Labor Day weekend, if not sooner, hopefully sooner, this will all be gone. And we can return to something close to normal. Because I'm sick of this. And to be truthful, my current job involves this. So when the virus is gone, I got to look for another job. And you know what? I'll be happy to get another job. Because this whole thing, the year it's gone on, has been the most depressing year of my life. It makes the year after my mom died look easy. Okay, it's just been so damn depressing. Everybody's been in a funk. Everybody's been wanting everybody's been on edge and all this. And, last year, of course, we had the George Floyd murder. There's a trial going on right now about it, which I'm sure is going to inflame tensions no matter which way it goes. It's just kind of crazy. But the truth is, it's like I really want this to be over with because I'm tired of all the BS that's been going on with this thing. The conspiracy theories, the paranoia, we gotta protect our freedoms, which apparently means you don't have to have any responsibility or you don't have to worry about other people's freedoms as long as your freedoms are okay. So, yeah. Do yourself a favor. Unless your doctor says that you should not take the vaccine, and I recommend you talk to your doctor first. And I talked to my doctor first, and they said that I was good to go. Talk to them first. And when I talked to my doctor, it was basically just call them and say, hey, is it good for me to take the vaccine? They said, yeah, you can take the vaccine. There is always a chance of side effects that we may not know about. But looking at your file the way it is, I don't see anything that would set off red flags for me to say you shouldn't take this vaccine. So I'm not going to take I'm going to take the vaccine. I just did take the vaccine 3 days ago, or 2 days ago. And for the most part, I'm doing pretty good. Just feel real tired. Feel achy. And feel a little bloated, but that's because I ate too damn much at lunch. But what else is new? I need to really get into shape. That's part of the reason I want this thing to be over with, so I get a job that actually allows me to be physical so I can get back into shape. All right, folks. I just wanted to drop on here to discuss things a little bit. Hope you're having a great Easter weekend. And tomorrow we will talk about whatever I can think of. I'll probably do another podcast because it's going to be dead over here anyway. So, have a great, whatever they call this Saturday between Good Friday and Easter Sunday. Is it halfway decent Saturday? Is it Jesus is resting in his tomb, chilling in his tomb, waiting to come out on Sunday? And, I don't know. I always kind of here's before we go, I'm going to talk a little bit about my thinking about it. Why is it Good Friday? Wasn't Good Friday for Jesus getting stuck up on a couple of slabs of wood, having nails in his palms and in his feet, and put up there, and then because the Roman soldier didn't think he was dying fast enough, he jabs him in the side with a spear. But he died for the sins of the world. Yeah, there's that, but it wasn't exactly good for him. And all that. Plus, it wasn't 3 days, it was 2. He died Friday afternoon, he rose Sunday afternoon. It's 2 days, not 3, 2. 48 hours, okay? And it's he is risen, not he has arisen. Hello? Grammar Nazi here. I don't want to use the Nazi word, but grammar Nazi here. Should you not be, it just strikes me as kind of weird that, I don't know. It's kind of weird that way. It really is. It's weird. But anyhow, that is it for now. I want to thank you kind folks for tuning in to my little humble podcast. I haven't done as many as I should. I know that because I get home and I get depressed and I get tired and blah, 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 and I need to get back to getting onto my New Year's resolutions and all that, but I have been watching a few things. Not as much as I would like, but, I'm paying for these services. I need to use them. Anyhow, take it easy. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.